Okay, go ahead. Do you like the class summary?
Oh yeah.
So what did you learn from the class summary? Because they don't know yet.
I didn't really look too much at it, but you can just see like how the whole class as a whole is doing.
Would that have anything to do with how you selected content?
Yes. Developmentally appropriate selected content.
And how much time would we want, at minimum, would we want them to be in moderate to vigorous physical activity?
In like a one class setting, I would say 15 minutes because our classes are 30 minutes, and I'd say by the time you get them on, like realistically they're on for 20-ish minutes. So I noticed that most of the kids would be in there for about 15 minutes before it was like time to get going.
So about 50%,
Oh yeah, 50%.
at least half of the class.
Mm-hmm.
And this is for the all three of you. So where do you think you're going to get moderate to vigorous physical activity in relationship to, we have the 8 categories of behavior for students, right? So what are the categories of behavior for students? Which one don't we want?
Off tasks.
Well, we certainly don't want off task. Good.
Waiting.
Mm-hmm.
Amy and I were, sorry, this is kind of off topic, but it totally relates. We were talking today because when they're in stations, like they're tired, and then they look up at the screen and they're like, holy crap, I'm in the red. So they take a break. Would that be interim?
Exactly.
That's what
So
we're
you had
talking about.
waiting, you have off task, you said. Interim, remember interim is rest, interval,
Mhm.
break, okay, so rest, return.
Right.
Then the other ones are what?
On task management.
On task management,
Cognitive.
and then the motors.
Motor appropriate.
Motor appropriate, supportive, inappropriate.
Mhm.
So motor appropriate may or may not be
Mhm.
moderate to vigorous physical activity. If you're doing throwing like you were the other day, Doug, they're not probably going to have their heart rate up in moderate to vigorous physical activity. Where they might get it in moderate to vigorous physical activity, though, is when they chase the ball and bring it back, which is the irony of it. So now in the fitness stations, not necessarily. In the fitness stations, so it'll be content driven. Which my point to you all a second ago was, this is going to help you select your content, I would hope, because you say, well, if I'm going to teach tumbling, then I'm going to have something else, okay, which we would anyway, that would allow me to have the opportunity to reach moderate to vigorous physical activity. And that data, that class summary data, is the tool for the teacher, as opposed to the individual one for each kid, because they can compare their results. Okay, great.